Morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to MBS Connect, a daily walk through Proverbs. Today is day 92, and our topic for today is In His Hands. And our lead verse comes from Isaiah chapter 49, verse 23. Then you will know that I am the Lord. Those who put their hope in me will not be put to shame. So then you will know that I am the Lord. Those who put their hope in me will not be put to shame. So let's put our hope in the Lord. Let's put our plans, let's put our day and our future into the hands of the Lord, and we will not be put to shame. And our daily walk through Proverbs begins with the old saying is both familiar and true. Man proposes and God disposes. So man proposes, we dream, we have plans and things that we want to happen in the future, and God arranges it. He settles it. He gives it to us. So that's a great thing to know. Our world unfolds according to God's plan. He knows everything. He has a plan for each one of us to do great things and to help others, and He wants us to walk in that plan, not our wishes. Thus, boasting about future events is to be avoided by those who acknowledge God's sovereignty over all things. So we're not to boast about, what we're going to have and what we're going to do and all that stuff, because um, we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised the future. We can only live for this moment and for this day, but that doesn't mean that we can't plan and have dreams for the future. But to boast about it and to declare with all certainty, because we don't know, how everything is going to unfold and how things are going to work out. So let's make sure that we're not careful and we give God the glory and the honor, and we see it fit that we make sure that whatever it is that we desire and we dream, that we hope that it lines up and is according to God's will for our lives. Are you planning for a better tomorrow for yourself and your family? If so, you are to be congratulated. God rewards forethought in the same way He often punishes impulsiveness. So He rewards forethoughts. He loves it when we have visions, when we have dreams, um, when we envision ourselves and our families, our communities, our state, our society, our countries, in a better place, doing better things. He loves that. And but as you make your plans, do so with humility, with gratitude, and with trust in your Heavenly Father. Just trust and know that God has your back. God will be there for you, and He will never leave you. His hand directs the future. To think otherwise is both arrogant and naive. So again, we're talking about in His hands. And our quote comes from Matthew Henry: that we may not complain of what is, let us see God's hand in all events. And that we may not be afraid of what shall be, let us see all events in God's hands. And I really like that. Let us see God's hands in all events. Let us make sure that we place God in our plans. Let's make sure that we seek God's understanding, His direction, His guidance, His correction, and any plan that we have in our lives. And I also like how it ended, where it says, we may not be afraid of what shall be. Let's not be afraid of the future, but let us see all events in God's hands. Let's see everything that happened as being a part of God's plan. Things may be negative, things may be positive. Sometimes we learn the best. We actually receive the most from some of the pain and some of the difficult things that we have to go through in life. That we can be a blessing to someone else, or we can be a stronger individual and actually help us to see how God actually was there in the midst of all of that turmoil and storms that it seemed, as well as all the positive things that we will witness and that we will accomplish and that we will see come to fruition. All of that is a part of God's plan. Even when some people mean to do things to harm you and to hurt you and to be evil against you, just like Joseph with his brothers when they sold him into slavery, and they left him for dead and they got rid of him. They meant to harm him. They even meant to kill him. But yet God had a plan for him. God had a purpose for him. And God allowed him to reach a place, to be promoted to a position where not only was he able to accomplish God's plan, but he was also able to save his family. So don't always get down when things don't go your way, when things seems to be not according to your plan, but just seek God, trust God, ask him to see you through, ask him to show you what it is that you need to learn, that you need to experience, or that you need to share with others in order to potentially save their lives as well as yourself. In our daily walk through Proverbs, word for the wise comes from Proverbs chapter 27, verse 1. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. That is some great advice. Do not boast about tomorrow because you don't know what tomorrow holds. We can plan, and that's great. We can have visions, we can have dreams, but let's not boast about it because we don't know what's going to happen. And and all we can do is just trust in the Lord and just say, Lord, if it's your will, this is what I would like to do. This is what I would like to be accomplished. Help me, show me, and guide me. And whatever happens, Lord, I give you the glory and I thank you for allowing me to even be here. So that's what it's all about, guys. So just remember that he has the whole world in his hands. He has you in his hands. He has your plans in his hands. And in Jeremiah, it so boldly states that he has plans for you. He has plans to prosper you and all the great things for you. So you can have joy and you can have comfort just knowing that. But let's just be careful not to boast. So, guys, have a great day. And until I see you tomorrow, be blessed and peace.